I know we briefly talked about supplies for this month's tutorial earlier, but I wanted to get you some specifics. So this is sketchbook paper. It is thicker than copy paper, but not by much, okay? When you're practicing, I want to encourage you to use sketchbook paper because it is not as expensive as the high quality GSM paper. Now, when you're doing this for a specific project, I want to encourage you to use the nice paper. You've practiced on the sketchbook paper. We're going to move to the nice paper. When I say nice paper, I'm talking about upwards to cardstocks. We're talking between 80 and 100, 120 GSM, depending on what kind of project you would like to make. You can continue to use your sketchbook paper if you're just going to frame it. But I want to remind you that when you use your sketchbook paper, it is going to bleed through when you are using alcohol ink markers. That's important. I forget too. So if you want to put in a piece of chipboard or a few pieces of computer paper to give you that cushion to soak up the extra so it doesn't go through your sketchbook paper, if you're on a budget, totally just putting that in there. So you can continue to use your sketchbook paper. Sketchbook paper is typically around 80 GSM, but if you're making like a nice card or something that you want someone to keep out, I'm going to say about 100 GSM, okay? All the paper should be marked. When you purchase paper, it should be marked somewhere on the package, okay? Or you can see how thick it is, all right? Now, pens. I don't have too many alcohol ink pens. I got this off of Amazon for class last summer. They're okay. It's all right. They have, I'm going to show you the points. So I'm going to show you the different levels. So these have a chisel point on one end, great for calligraphy, and a fine, actually I don't even want to say fine, I want to say medium point, okay, medium point. We're going to compare that to my super nice Arteza set, okay. I got the landscape colors because I love doing landscapes. We have again, that medium, they call it fine. It's big, the medium point marker, and a very broad marker. So to compare, size-wise, this is much bigger than this, okay? Makes sense? So if you're going with your broader landscape strokes, and of course the ink quality is gonna be different too. The Arteza is a higher quality ink, okay? It's probably going to be a bit wetter, soak in a bit more. I also have the Spectrum Noir collection. I have both the aqua and the regular. So the aqua with these, it's actually a watercolor pen as opposed to an actual alcohol ink pen. That's the blender. Hold on, let me grab one with color. Okay. These are actually fine point, much smaller than the quote-unquote fine point, okay? So when you're looking for, get me behind it, there you go. So this is about twice the size of this, all right? So depending on what you want to do with your markers, that may be important to you, okay? These are a very high quality product. And then they have the brush nib, which is my personal favorite. As a watercolor person, I love and I live for the brush nib. Now, these are the same deal. That's my blender. That's my brush nib. And again, these are the watercolor ones. I haven't used that in a bit. A note on storage. Most people think you should store your alcohol ink markers upright. That is not true. You should store your alcohol ink markers flat, okay? Even in my case, seal it up, and I will store it flat. They do have shelving for your pens. I do not have the shelving. There are other kind of pens, call them sparkle pens. These are not alcohol ink specific, but I really love sparkle pen. I love sparkle. And they have the beautiful brush nib. So if you're looking for something to kind of add on, same deal, sparkle marker. Not needed for this project, not needed for this project. The only thing you need are, because we're doing floral, so you're gonna want to grab 1 or 2 greens, light and a dark. Okay, you want to grab some pinks, some purples, you know, whatever your favorite color of flower is that you want to make. You know, I mean, a little bit of variety. You can do orange and yellow. We'll do a sunflower. We'll get some brown in there. We'll do a sunflower. You can get a pinky purple. We can do a lot of different flowers with just a pinky purple and a blender pen. It's a big deal, okay? Most sets come with a blender pen. If they do not, you can get your own blender pen. It's not that expensive. It's literally just the alcohol. Literally just the alcohol. Okay, so let's see how I had those separated. I don't even remember how I had this separated. Okay, I'm going to take you to the paper. The next video is going to, I forgot how long this ran. The next video is going to be on hand positioning. Okay, we'll see you in the next one.